I'm not looking for any appointments from this government. I'm looking to establish my own government. Excuse me. It's the temerity of this man. It's the audacity. It's the audacity. It's the boldness. It's the confidence. It is the impetus of this man to think. You want to make your own government. It's not in this Nigeria. You will have to go somewhere else. You will have to go, because I don't know who's gonna accommodate you. You're gonna take your supporters, whoever it is, and you will leave. You go to somewhere in the sea and go and do that there. But in this Nigeria, to establish your own government as what? It shows this power. These are exposing themselves, and it's good. This power hungry. I don't even know what word to use for these people. Establish your own government for where, how, where, who? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Femi Fani-Kayode, shifting of the PDP, has in an interview reacted to the state of the country and his political ambition in the nearest future. You should better go and find something else to go and do, because recall that the top PDP politician has been on the news in the past few weeks as a rumor of potential defection to the APC looms. Are we surprised? No. And I think that at the end of the day, we are not surprised that these people, like him and others, they do, jump from one party to another, basically the two parties. So you must as well say that there's only one party in the country. And 2023, this party should be banned. I don't know. I don't know. There is a way, somewhere, somehow, Nigerians to go sign a petition and we will ban APC and PDP from even contesting. But the thing is, the people can also go and defect to a new party. No, we have to choose who we're gonna, even down to local government chairman level. We will choose carefully and be like, okay, so who? And there's so many positions. That's another complicated thing. But still, we are going to hold these people accountable. We're gonna make sure that they can speak English. We're gonna make sure that they understand the requirements of their positions, because again, the audacity of this man, the temerity of this man to believe that he can make his own government, and to be honest, it is justified, and it is not surprising that he can come up with these claims, or with these kind of ambitions. Why? Because again, the same country that voted, well, the ones that consciously voted for Buhari for a second term, that kind of same country can be the one that would fund or even support this man. So do you know what? In Nigeria, we've seen everything that can happen. It's fine. In a recent interview with the UK-based Rev Ģ0VH, Fani-Kayode cleared the air about his political ambition, where asked if he would accept an appointment from the ruling party as a means to contribute to his quota to the national development. FFK revealed that he would never accept anything from the APC government, stressing that he intends to establish his own government or team up with others of like minds to bring good governance to the people of Nigeria. And so we should now trust you like that. All right. Reacting to Igbo presidency, FFK, who likened the Igbos to that of the Germany of Europe, disclosed, for the sake of equity and fairness, the Igbos deserve to rule the nation, adding that just two regions have failed to produce a democratically elected president in the history of Nigeria, which are the Middle Belt and the Igbos. The fact remains, it doesn't matter where the president comes from. And I think it's just so... It is very foolish, yes. It is very, very foolish to think that because you come from a region, that would affect the way... No. See, we're all Nigerians at the end of the day. We think the same. Our common value system is very, very similar, even though sometimes we can be questioned in some ways. But again, we do not hold ourselves accountable even on a micro level. So what makes us think that at the top level, things will just change? Like, because you are a lizard as a local government chairman, and you're not popular, and then you get into power in a very influential position, does not mean you will turn into an alligator. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that. So again, with these men talking about Igbo presidency, it doesn't make sense. So let's just even chuck that to the side, because again, it takes two to tango. Again, if you're accepting BS, if you're accepting insult, if you're accepting abuse, it will continue. And that's the Nigerian public. And also, if the Nigerian public does not hold the people accountable, it will continue. So that's what we basically need to do. It takes two to tango. As much as the government is inflicting certain things, we're not asking the right questions. Why? Obviously, we're all compromised. We're all very, very selfish. It's a fact. And you can argue that our point and, our journey to this level of selfishness in some ways can be justified because, again, we are. I believe, you might not believe that, but I believe that we are very abnormal in our thinking. In some ways, we are very, very traumatized in our upbringing, and of course, the environment of Nigeria being a very toxic environment. And we breed and we enable toxicity in our cultures. So, in terms of why regions are not able to produce the best presidents, it doesn't make sense. Regions don't produce the best presidents. At the end of the day, if your values are wrong, you don't have values until they're tested. And so it's like, if you prove it to be consistent in being wayward, then that's what we can expect, and it's safe to expect that. But again, this man here, this Femi Fani-Kayode person, looking to establish his own government for where? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I think that in 2023, Nigerians need to make a decision. Do we want to separate or want to be together? If we want to be together, then we would have to hold these people accountable. If we're going to make a whole new system, if these people are going to come, we're going to be like, okay, fine, this is the contract. This is what you're meant to do by 4 years. If you do not accomplish this, or if you do not follow the constitution, what should we do to you? That's it. That's what I believe. And if we want to separate, I think it would even be harder. Why? Because in the same way you choose to get married is the same way you choose to get divorced. The fact is, we chose to be one Nigeria. Well, under some compromising circumstances because we're desperate for independence. But then you can discuss or shed light on how did we get our independence in the first place. But still, again, it all depends on the North at the end of the day, because they're the ones who are the condition for us or for the Yorubas and Igbos to join hands together and become one Nigeria. And it will be the same way in which they would have to join hands together for what deal, for what factors or not, what other factors that they are, for us to actually separate. And that's what I personally believe. But yeah, honestly, my personal view is 2023, we're not allowing anybody who has been from PDP or APC or the party in general to contest. We're looking for new people. I believe that Nigerians need to be harsh. If we're deciding to be one Nigeria and we find out that you are related in some way, or you are just breathing the same air as a corrupt politician that we know of, we will cut you off. I know that's very dramatic, but I think to that extent, we have to be very, very intentional about who we are voting for and putting in power. And of course, the people, we have to demand what we want. You need to be able to formulate a sentence. I know it's embarrassing at this point, but we need to be able to, make these standards and be like, this is what we want. And that we are sure that this person will represent us. And any day you misbehave, what do we do? Because at the end of the day, governance and all that, it takes two to tango. The people have to agree that this is how we want to be ruled by their own terms and their conditions, and all they have to do is just keep by that. That's all. So what do you think about Femi Fani-Kayode talking about how he wants to own his own government, to establish his own government? For where? Please put your thing in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.